Hey everybody, how's it going? Statman coming back at you, and today I'm going to be talking to you about some dollar store dealios that I got, some Blu-rays and DVDs that they had at the dollar store recently. I'm sure most of you in the collecting community, the physical media collecting community, or they already know about this, and you've been looking at your Dollar Trees to see if you can find some of these as well, some of you at least. But yes, they're kind of in rotation now, right? Like once a month now, actually. Surprisingly, they get like new Blu-rays and DVDs in, and this time around they had some pretty dang good ones. So I had to get my butt to a Dollar Tree and take advantage of those sales, and that's just what I did. I'll start with the Blu-rays I found and then move on to the DVDs. There weren't as many DVDs, so I might as well start with the bigger pile here. So to start things off, I got A Walk in the Woods. Well, you can't go wrong with Robert Redford and Nick Nolte together in a film, can you? I've heard it's not too terrible of a movie, and it doesn't sound like it's a terrible movie. It sounds like a pretty interesting movie. So I wanted to take a chance on it, especially for just $1. I was like, you know what, $1? When it comes to Blu-rays, if you can find it for $1, like, again, my philosophy all along has been, how much would you have paid to rent a movie like this back in the late 90s? And the answer is about $4 for like 2 nights. So if you can get it for less than $4 today and own it in high definition, like paying $1 just to check something out. Maybe you don't even want it at the end of the day. Maybe you watch it and you're like, I don't like this that much. Well, you paid $1. It's not like you lost anything on the deal. You know what I mean? Oh no, you paid $1 and it was a movie you didn't like. Whatsoever shall happen to your finances? It's not a big deal. So the next one here is The Samaritan, starring Samuel L. Jackson, and need I say more? It's a movie starring Samuel L. Jackson. I'm sure it's trash. It doesn't look great, but I mean, I couldn't say no to a movie starring Samuel L. Jackson. I just couldn't, okay? I just couldn't. Next up, I got It, with Pierce Brosnan as Pennywise. No. IT. From the sounds of it, it sounds like it could be pretty not good, but it also sounded interesting and intriguing along the same lines of like The Net, but for a more modern audience and more trying to be like Taken almost, I think. It just kind of sounds like that. Or Black Hat, actually. Black Hat was actually a really good movie. So who knows? Maybe this one's a pretty good one as well. For $1, I decided to give it a shot. The Lazarus Effect. That's the next one I got here, and the main reason I got it is because it stars Mark Duplass. I love Mark Duplass. He does so many great movies. For those who don't know, he's the guy. Well, he's the creep in the movie Creep and Creep 2, which you can see on Netflix. Obviously, I think I did a Netflix picks video about Creep, and I'm assuming most people know about that movie by now. But yes, he's the creep. He's the creepy guy. So, of course, he ends up doing some horror movies every now and then, and this is one of those. Apparently, I didn't even know that he was in this. I didn't even know what this was. But the second I saw his quite memorable face on the back of the cover, I was like, oh, well, I'm getting this. For $1, a Mark Duplass movie? Yeah, okay, sure. Next up, I got Upstream Color. And the main reason I got this is because, for those who don't know, written and directed by the guy who did Primer. That's correct. Now, I believe this is one of 2 major movies he's done. I don't remember if he's done any others, but yes, Primer was the first one, and then there's this one. And it's a kind of weird movie, yes, very strange, But that's just it. Like, this is not the kind of movie that is going to get uh, potentially another release. This might be the only release it ever gets. And when it goes out of stock, because it's one of those niche movies, it's not necessarily going to be easy to find. So the fact that it's $1 right now, I guarantee you this is going to go out of print at some point, and it's going to be like $40 or $50 if you want it on the secondhand market, because it's a niche title. So, yeah, I mean, it was a no-brainer to me to get this one. I have seen it. I do enjoy it. So this is for my collection, but, mainly because I didn't want to pay 50 freaking dollars for it either, It's like, I like it. I don't $50 out of print like it, I'm going to get it now for $1 so I can avoid that entirely. Next up, I got Hangman, which is it looks like a found footage horror film, and I know nothing about it. Nothing at all. I'm sure it's one of those movies that got released in January. Everybody hated it, like Bye Bye Man or whatever the hell that one was. And it's not good at all. But for $1, a horror movie that I haven't seen yet, okay, why not? I'll give that a shot. It's a buck. It's a buck. It's not that big of a deal. So, next up I got Bull Durham. Or Bull Durham, I guess. The main reason I got this is that, yes, I know it's on Criterion Collection. No, I'm not actually that big of a fan of it, so I don't really care about having it on the Criterion Collection. Which is actually going to surprise a few people who know me, because I'm a huge baseball nut. Well, this guy's a huge baseball nut. He must really love Bull Durham. And it's a movie that a lot of baseball nuts do enjoy, but it's not one that I really enjoy, because honestly I find that it's way too much more about the romance aspect than about baseball. There are baseball movies that get the romance to baseball aspect correct, and the ratio of romance to baseball, right? They get it correct, and movies like that would be like Major League. Absolutely, you've got some romance in there as well. It's kind of like a romantic comedy like this, but I like that one a lot better because it's also, I would say, a lot funnier than Bull Durham in a lot of ways. So I don't understand why this is often considered one of the best baseball movies ever. I just don't get it. I find it very dull, to be quite honest. If I were going to talk about a movie like Bull Durham that's a baseball movie but does it better than Bull Durham, I would have to say For Love of the Game. That's like my top baseball movie of all time, honestly. It's my favorite. So, yes. I know I'm sitting here holding up a copy of Bull Durham that I bought for my collection. And at the same time, I'm talking about how much I don't like it. But even though I find it a little dull, even though I don't think it's as good as everybody makes it out to be, it's still a baseball movie, a Kevin Costner baseball movie as well. So it's not too terrible. I mean, Kevin Costner does great baseball films. I think that much can be confirmed beyond a reasonable doubt. Like I just said, my favorite baseball movie is For Love of the Game. Guess who's in that? Kevin Costner. One of my other like top 5 baseball movies would be Field of Dreams. Guess who's in that? Kevin Costner. The guy knows baseball movies, alright? He's just one of the best when it comes to that subject in film. So it can't be denied, I don't think. And I figured, well, I don't want to pay $20 even on sale to get Bull Durham from Criterion Collection, but I'll pay $1 to get the Blu-ray, the regular release of the Blu-ray. Yeah, okay, why not? Next up I got Man from Earth Holocene. I have the original Man from Earth on Blu-ray, and I've never seen this one before, but I believe this is the sequel to that, and obviously, if I have the original, I enjoy it. I did want to see this one after I heard about it. So, well, for $1 you can't go wrong. Even though I will say this slipcover has seen better days. It has been banged up. And that's all the Blu-rays that I got, but I did manage to find 3 DVDs that I wanted to get. The first one here being Warner Brothers Home Entertainment Academy Award nominated animation. And this actually has 13 classic shorts from Warner Brothers on it. Just a disc with 13 shorts on it. That's not too bad for $1, to be fair. Could it be better? Sure. I'm sure I would love to. Obviously, I would love to have found like the Looney Tunes collection or Looney Tunes Golden Collection Volume 4 or something like that for $1 at Dollar Tree. That would have been awesome. But this is also pretty cool in my estimation. You got Droopy, you've got Tom and Jerry, you've got Sylvester, you've got a bunch of classic cartoons from throughout the history of this animation company. So yeah, pretty good stuff for $1. Next up I got Mother May I Sleep with Danger, the double pack here from Mill Creek. This has the original film and the remake. And I was like, well, I do kind of want to have that original film and get the remake as well. Both of these movies together in one set here for $1. Okay, sure, why not? Finally, for $1, I got the entire first season of The Wonder Years. I know they have that complete set out, and I've thought about picking it up every now and then, but in lieu of that, I'll just get this for $1. Because I'm a cheapskate, of course. So, yeah, but not too bad, I would say. An entire season of a show, very popular, good show for $1. Not too bad. I think that's a pretty good deal. So that is that. Here is the entire haul that I managed to get from the Dollar Tree. Just $1 each. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 titles. Which means I paid a grand total of $11 for all of this. Not too bad, I would say. Granted, a lot of these are kind of meh titles, but there are some that I'm genuinely interested in seeing, like The Lazarus Effect, Mark Duplass. I can't wait to see that. The Man from Earth Holocene. I probably won't wait too much longer to see that. Hangman, you got Halloween coming up. I'll probably watch that as well. Some of these I might wait a little bit longer to watch. Mother May I Sleep with Danger, another one great for Halloween. But yeah, some of them I might wait a little longer to watch, but for the most part, these are actually titles that I had some interest in. So, yeah, pretty happy with the selection at Dollar Tree this time around. Anyways, that'll do it for me today. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you later. Peace.